VEGA Dynamic Pointer is a very important feature of VEGA program. It is used in various commands for drawing polylines, drawing double lines, drawing steps, inserting blocks, etc. We're looking at a point cloud. Let's talk about a serious problem. This is a wall, and I want to draw a line across the top of the wall. I set OSnap to snap to the point of the point cloud. But when I draw, I can't see or understand if the snap is to the top, bottom, or middle of the wall. I change the transparency of the point cloud and immediately see how wrong I am. This is a real and serious problem, and let's see how the VEGA program will help you solve it and give you the possibility to determine exactly where and in what coordinates your pointer is located. This is our chosen viewpoint, and we see our point cloud in isometric view. Let's run the VEGA Dynamic Pointer. We see the coordinates changing all the time as I move the pointer. And we see a changing circle. The size of the circle and the size of the coordinate text changes, depending on whether I'm moving closer or farther away. So at any given time, I know exactly where I am. I can now know for sure if I'm at the top or the bottom of the wall. Let's take a look at the car. I can clearly see the coordinates on the ground, on the engine, on the roof. Let's go back to our view. We have 4 numbers. The first 3, x, y, z, are current coordinates. The 4th number is the distance from the nearest measured point in the current view. VEGA Dynamic Pointer sets 0 on the nearest measured point and shows the distance from it in the plan of the current view. We'll talk a lot more about how this works, but for now I want to show you how it works when you draw a polyline in VEGA. Notice that I am looking at the surface from a viewpoint, not from the top. Let's draw a polyline in the middle of the road. Let's change the viewpoint and change the transparency of the point cloud. As you can see, the polyline is drawn right in the middle. Let me show you the additional features of the VEGA Dynamic Pointer. We can change the color of the coordinate text by pressing the T key. For example, I'm going to change the coordinate color to red and the distance color to blue. And now we can see the other colors. As I move away from the plane of the screen, the text and the circle get smaller, and as I get closer, they get bigger. You can change the relative size of the text by pressing the plus or minus keys. Press the D key to toggle the visibility of the VEGA Dynamic Pointer coordinates. Press once, and I see them. Press again, and I don't see them. By pressing the V key, I can toggle between different pointer styles. Let me show you this on another point cloud. It's a church. I'm using the VEGA Dynamic Pointer. It changes as I move the mouse. Let's turn off the coordinates. By pressing the V key, I can toggle between different VEGA Dynamic Pointer styles. Dynamic, flexible dynamic, unchanging dynamic, or unchanging. When I move the pointer, it doesn't just show me a regular circle. It shows me the projection of that circle onto the corresponding plan. Roof, wall, or ground. With the flexible dynamic style, the cursor changes size. With the unchanging dynamic style, the size will always be the same, whether we move away from the screen or come closer. If we turn on the unchanging style, we will see a cross. We can turn coordinates on or off at any time. Let's draw a polyline along the edge of the building. We use the command Draw Polyline by Point Cloud. The style has not changed. The program remembers the last setting. Let's run the command Draw Polyline by Point Cloud and draw a polyline along the edge. In the VEGA program, there are many different ways to draw a polyline very accurately and very precisely from a point cloud, but we will talk about that in other lessons.